It's a beautiful Thursday night. Now, let me ask you this. When a spark becomes a storm, how would you interpret that storm? Is it love, betrayal, regret? For today's story, she had a stable relationship, a man ready to commit, and a clear future. Until one encounter changed everything. A harmless adventure led to hidden desires, deception, and a heartbreaking twist she never saw coming. Now, faced with regret and an uncertain future, she must decide, should she fight for the love she betrayed or walk away for good? Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to you live today from the studios of MX24 TV, right here in East Legon. And of course, we are refreshed by Nags, Calabash, and Cocktails. You can join the conversation on all our social media platforms at MX24GH. Do not forget the hashtag Broken Pen, or you can send us your messages via our WhatsApp number 0550-331-511. Of course, my name is Yavita, and with me today are... He owes me a birthday gift, by the way. And if you didn't know, Tuesday was my birthday. So you can send in your happy birthday messages to me because, of course, I'm the light of the world, the Lord's favorite daughter. Tell me how beautiful I look and how amazing I look for my birthday. But I also got he's actually the host for our, that show, that when we say MX24, that's the first show that comes into your mind. The AM Club, ladies and gentlemen. Kojo Dasebre.
Yeah, it is me.
Kojo, where's my birthday gift?
It is me. Bodino, mami.
Kojo Dasebre.
That's right.
Yes, I may born a son and a sow. May born a birthday gift.
When we go on break.
You give me my birthday gift. Okay. And of course, today it's a little bit of a mixed party. Usually, on Thursdays, she's behind the scenes. She's putting in so much work. They're frustrating her, but she gets the job down. She's my presenter, my producer, a friend, my partner in crime, ladies and gentlemen, Afi Nuna. She likes colors. So you see some green bees going on, some orange. Hey, Afi.
Emporium by Laura got me. Emporium by Laura.
Oh.
She sells all types of fabrics. Very
Laura,
beautiful ones.
If you're watching this, I need to have a quick conversation with you. You already know what the conversation is going to be about, but yes. So guys, today we're doing the show with Afi and Kojo. Thank you so much for coming in today.
She's my producer too.
She's your producer too. Hey, Afi here.
I'm just
media.
I'm just wondering how she is here by this time.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine.
She's doing the work morning, afternoon,
She's
evening.
doing the Lord's work.
The Lord's work. This is the
calling.
Perfect. If it's your calling, you gotta do. You gotta do. You gotta show up. But guys, Nax says embrace that enchanted spectacle that will leave memories worth repeating with your guests. What's your vibe? No matter your take or vibe to life, they've got you covered. Your best plug for all your local and cocktail bar treats. Call them on the number 0540-101-370, or you can check out their social media handles, ZicoPie on Instagram and Frank Cock on TikTok. And now to today's story.
Dear MX24, I want your readers to help me fix this broken pen. Kwame and I had been dating for about 4 years. He was a good man and did everything to make our relationship work. My family knew him, and I also knew his family very well. We had plans of settling down, and were working towards it. We used to cohabit sometimes. I got word of losing a family relative, and as such, we had to travel to the village for the 1-week celebration and other rites. Kwame couldn't go with me because of work, and so I had to go with my family, siblings, and few friends. Fast forward, After the event, I met this handsome man who had also come to the village for another funeral. We spoke and vibed nicely. He made me laugh and we had interesting conversations as we visited different places in the village. I came back home and realized I had missed calls from Kwame. I told him I left my phone at home and went out with my siblings and friends. We said nothing and he was expecting me to come back home Monday morning. My new friend, who introduced himself as Kelvin, surprisingly called me immediately after inviting me to accompany he and his friends to visit a resort in that area. It was a popular resort I had always dreamed about, and so I couldn't say no. We planned and packed, and on Monday, we set out to go. We had a good time, danced, ate, and got drunk as a result. We couldn't return back, and so we had to spend the night. That evening, I picked my phone and I saw 23 missed calls from Kwame. I called him back and told him I couldn't come because I wasn't feeling too well, so I had gone to my friend's place. People, I couldn't tell my husband what I was up to and where I was. He won't understand. I also felt it was a good opportunity to make time for myself and have fun before going back to town. That evening, at the resort, we decided to come sit outside by the bonfire setup. An idea came up for us to play the truth or dare game, and that's when something surprising happened. One of Kelvin's friends dared him to kiss me. I didn't know what to do or say. We reckoned it was just a game, so I allowed him. After the games the night, when we went to our rooms, I couldn't stop replaying that moment with Kelvin. It felt so good and lovely, yet also felt so wrong and bad. I heard a knock on the door later that night, and it was Kelvin. He sat on my bed, held my hands as we spoke, and the rest was history. I hadn't felt this way. Kelvin knew how to touch and tease me. We came back to town and went back to our usual business. Kelvin kept on keeping in touch. We could talk on phone for minutes and laugh and chat the whole day. I couldn't pick the calls in front of Kwame. I had to hide. I realized he started becoming suspicious with the kind of questions he was asking me. One day, when I slept, Kelvin sent me a message which read, "That moment by the bonfire was so special. I wish it didn't end so quickly. I really missed that period and hope we relive that again." Coincidentally, Kwame had now come back from an evening event, so the notification and read the message. He woke me up the next day asking lots of questions. I didn't know what to do or say. He called my parents, threatening to call it quits. To be honest, I didn't know what to do or say. I had a funny thought. Maybe it's good so I can go and be with Kelvin. I hurriedly told Kwame to leave me alone and that I was even tired of the relationship. 4 years was a long time to be dating. I told him the relationship had lost its spark and I needed new and fresh vibe. I decided to surprise Kelvin the next day. I knew his office. I got there and to my surprise and met him outside the car park, hugging and kissing a very pretty and well-endowed lady. I stood there and watched, and from nowhere, heard a young boy shout, "Mommy, let's go," as he approached Kelvin and the woman. The woman tapped Kelvin and said, "Honey, Jason and I will see you at home. Jason, give Dad a hug and let's go to school." Kelvin was married with a kid. He never said anything. What? And he was playing all along with me. Coincidentally, Kwame had asked me to take some tests and some months back to check our compatibility for marriage and all. He was AS, and so he wanted to be sure my genotype. I had been dragging my feet about this for a while. Well, my results had just come, and I was also AS. Wow. What do I do? Should I go and beg Kwame and tell him the whole truth? Should I tell him we can be together still and even adopt children? Should I go and chase Kelvin or become a side chick? Should I just forget both of them? What do I do?
Wow, what a story. To be very honest with you, when I first read the story, I was like, I need to meet this lady because how do you have, like somebody that, I mean, I understand that relationships are the type of thing that you need to constantly put in the effort if you want to make it, seem nice or interesting. But how do you go to a funeral for a week and come back with lost sparks? Let's delve into the conversation. Afi, I'll start with you. Kwame was a loyal and committed partner for 4 years. I mean, she's practically calling him her husband, right? Do you think long-term relationships naturally lose their spark? Or was this a case of emotional boredom?
I think one thing that a lot of people don't realize is love is not going to be there all the time.
Yes.
That is why they advise that you build that friendship so that the friendship keeps you going at least. And a lot of people think that, it's going to be rosy throughout. You have been with him for 4 good years. Of course, you guys will be...
Yeah, you've gotten very comfortable with each other. You know each other too much.
Yeah. So that lost spark she's talking about.
She's talking like she's the only person that has gone through lost sparkle.
Because 4 years, it's not that long.
It's not that long. People have been together for 10 years.
20, 25.
30, 40 years. My parents have been together for 25. No, they'll be 30 years this year. And sometimes when you hear them talking and laughing, you'll be like, do they think this is the 1990s? What's going on? Like you have 20-something-year-old children. What's going on?
Exactly.
So how are you? Wow.
4 years.
4 years. She's already bored. Kojo, what do you make of this story? Do we think this is a regular thing that happens to long-term relationships?
It's not about long-term relationships. I think someone will say your gender.
Our agenda. Our agenda is constantly giving us wahala.
Boy. Someone will say your gender. I for take good there now where again. You know be woman way they do. Why they watch me different way? Mama me brodo na me fan ka way.
The way they has been talking about this brodo thing.
Yeah, like you guys give me some brodo.
Some bread so that
you add this one like you go fine. But
wait, DJ, I trying to say it's a female.
I'm not saying it's a female.
But in this case,
I'm coming even to the guy.
Okay.
I'll come to the guy too as well. But I don't understand why she's even calling him husband in the first place. She's not ready for marriage.
Oh, really?
She's absolutely not.
Why do you say so?
She's not ready for marriage because, I mean, as Afi said, Charlie, the commitment, the love is at the bottom. Do you get it?
Yeah.
I don't know whether we all did agriculture, we did soil profile. Love no,
Rock bottom.
you get it. It's rock bottom.
Like
it's
the
not,
Abraham Maslow of theory.
Yeah,
it is part of the.
Yeah, it's down there.
Okay.
You get it. It's built when it's lovey-dovey, when it's boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing. You get it. When it gets to courting, it becomes different. When it gets to proposing, it becomes different because when it gets to marriage, it's a different ball game altogether. You get it.
Okay.
So for her to even consider this man and call him husband, then that means she was ready for something. Maybe I just want to give her the benefit of the doubt that maybe the guy did something that was an extreme red flag. To her, to the extent that this one is like run for your life in a way. That I would let me just give her the benefit of the doubt.
Say,
That's
okay.
why.
But I also want to think that perhaps he didn't do, because if your boyfriend is calling you even when you've traveled out, it means he loves you, he cares for you.
Yeah, so.
But again, we don't know the details of their relationship, so I think you're right to give
so
her
that's
that
why I want
doubt.
to give her the benefit of the doubt that maybe one way or the other, maybe something happened that the guy, came out and she was able to see the red flag.
Yeah.
And maybe this flag, maybe she cannot really admit to it. Then fair enough, you get it.
Yeah.
But if that's not the case,
And she
You cannot tell me you are going, and you even went for a funeral.
Yes, so you
You went for a funeral. This one wasn't like you went for something that was pleasant or anything. You went for a funeral, and you went to find
pleasure at the funeral.
Oh boy.
She went to find pleasure at a funeral.
Oh no.
She was out here, telling us,
I realized that things people do in the beginning stages of their relationships, when the relationship grows, they stop doing it.
Yeah.
For example, going on dates. When the relationship hits 3 years, 4 years, we are preparing for marriage, they enter marriage, they stop going on dates.
They stop going out.
Things that will make the relationship
fun and very active.
Spicy.
And then that spark is still there. Let's borrow her words.
They cannot play.
I say you are serious.
They don't play, sorry. So
you go to work, you come back, you are serious. You are
how was your day? What did you eat? Good night. So I think maybe that also contributed to her losing the spark.
The spark. But a lot of people also believe that genuinely you might not have lost the spark, but it's because another person has been introduced into your life. Now you kind of miss the flirting when you first started with your partner. When you first started, the way you're all trying to get to know each other, they seem very interested in your life, in what you have done. Now you've gotten so used to each other, and I feel like it's not getting used to the person. The person now knows your schedule. So they already know that in the morning you wake up, you're heading to work. By 2 p.m. you are done. You are back home. So why should I come and be asking you all of those things? Unless they want to intentionally put in that effort. So the moment another person comes into the picture and they're telling you those sweet, sweet things that your current partner had been telling you 4 years ago, you feel like it's something new. But I feel like other people tend to forget that the new person you've met, even if you move into a relationship with them, after 4 years, it's going to be the same thing.
Exactly.
Like you need to put in work so that it doesn't become stale for you. So I don't think
Well, the whole thing is about the first stage is always sweet.
Sweet, yes.
Yeah.
So that is the spark she's getting with the other person.
With the other person.
It's still the first
fresh.
stage.
It's still fresh.
You get it? Yes. So, I mean, normally, if you're going to do the experiment and put a male and a female who don't know each other together
in a room,
lock them up, and come back after 5 minutes, you still find chemistry there.
Yeah.
You get it? Yeah. So the first stage is it, and that's what I don't understand her for, because she's not realizing it. And also, I wouldn't blame her too much. If I knew what was wrong in the relationship, I could have said that, man, maybe bro code, hit the guy up and go like, Charlie, you're losing it. You're losing your woman.
Yeah.
You get it? Because maybe you've done something, and instead of patching it up, you are prolonging things.
Yeah.
So you would get her just moving away
from
you get it? And if she keeps on moving away and she's getting a spark somewhere else, she would definitely fall for that spark.
Could you let me ask you this? Do you think it was wrong for our writer to accept Kevin's invitation to go to the resort when she knew that she was in a committed relationship?
That's what I'll base it on. That I don't know what, Kwame had done. I don't know where they've gotten to. You get me? My only problem with her is that the missed calls. At least pick up.
Pick up and say something.
You get it? What if you picked up and Kwame is saying certain things to you? Maybe she wouldn't have paid attention to the other spark. You get it?
Yes.
Oh, my love, I'm sorry. Where are you? Maybe we got off on a wrong foot. This and this and this. Maybe I'm angry. Yes, this is what happened. Maybe I'm stressed. This is what happened. That's why I'm acting this way. Please forgive me. Wherever you are, please just come back, or whatever it is. You get me?
Yeah.
And I don't know, but sorry, she didn't tell Kwame that she was going for a funeral. She didn't tell Kwame she was
going to the...
No,
she told him she was going for a funeral.
But she didn't mention that she was
She didn't mention that she was going for a resort. She was going to a resort. So all these things are quite a little bit shady.
So I think, nipa hun funu nipa.
Of course.
So maybe that is where she got to. So she going to the resort, I will say, it's nothing. But because they didn't go alone, like just the two of them.
Okay.
Because from
Yeah,
the
they went with
story,
a
they
group
went
of
with a
people.
group
Yes.
of people. So nipa hu funu nipa. So as maybe let's say friends, we stepped out. We've gone to a resort to while away time and everything. One, she shouldn't have lied. But it's
Yeah,
okay.
just say the truth. Oh, we
I'm
met
at
a group of
resort.
people at the funeral. We're at a resort that I
he
always
beat
wanted
you?
to. He can't beat. He's not even there. But you see, the knowledge that he knows will prevent you from doing
Yes,
certain
and
things.
because you know that what you are doing or what you are envisioning to do is wrong, that's what stopped her from saying that, oh, this and this, I'm at a resort and this and this.
Yeah.
But then if initially, like she going to a resort with the friends, with somebody she has a crush on, it's okay. But if it was somebody she has a crush on alone, or she
Then
and
that would
somebody
have
of
put
the
them in an
opposite-
intimate,
exactly,
situation.
Listen, she had an agenda.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
I just
No,
think
see,
that
she
it's
went for
just
a
the
funeral.
excitement. I just think it's the excitement of
Of
somebody
meeting
talking to
someone
her.
new.
Somebody new talking to her.
So if I was Kwame's friend, I would have just, or maybe I was even part of the whole thing, and maybe I knew Kwame for somewhere. I go call and tell and say, my guy, you the lose them. You get it. Yes. So
Sometimes we don't
know
realize.
what. Yes, we don't realize it until
third
it's gone.
person will have to tell
We don't
you that
realize
you're
it until
doing-
it's gone.
you're not doing
We
the
don't
things
realize
that
it
you
until it's
used to.
gone. You
That's
get
actually very
it. That's
true.
why. Because if you are with somebody and you're in a relationship with somebody, and to the extent that ebia wo hu nipa ne miss calls, one fa, then that means whatever the person has done, no, it's quite extreme.
Yeah, because how do you see your phone ringing?
You don't
partner
pick
is
up.
calling you and you don't
You
pick
get
up.
it. You don't get to
13
tell
missed
him.
calls.
23.
23 Hey!
You don't get to tell him that, oh, I'm here. Oh, this is it. You get it.
How are
don't.
you not able to freely communicate with
That's
your
it.
partner?
That means there's an
Okay,
intention.
how about we look at it this because I want to jump out on this POV on the back of what JKD said, right? What if now we're seeing that he called her 23 times? What if maybe she leaned into this guy's, for lack of a better word, demands because the person she was with was a little too overbearing.
Overbearing.
Yeah. 23 missed calls is a lot too. Like, you call me after 3, you should know that I'm not available. So why are you calling me 23 times? Is your phone lost? Is your destiny with me?
She has traveled. May 50 grand I'm from 23.
Eh.
No, because you're far away from me.
So I want to ensure that you're
You are
safe.
okay.
You're safe, you're okay.
Because, for example, if I have traveled, every 2 minutes
They're calling you. Video call,
Yes.
Nemu. Phone call,
video
Nemu.
call there you not get, but then they want to make sure you are okay.
You are okay.
Or a message, Afi, are you okay? Where are you now? Or is everything going on fine? Because he was supposed to be there, and then he couldn't make it.
So now he wants to be extra sure that
Exactly.
you are safe.
It's not because he's being overbearing. He's being overbearing,
Yeah.
probably overprotective, but then I feel he's coming from a safer point of view because he's supposed to be there.
It's coming from a good place.
Yes.
I think we should. There's a thin line between trying to know whether somebody is safe and being caring, and also being overprotective.
Yeah, doing
There's-
too much.
Yes, there's a thin line. 23 missed calls or 13 missed calls. It depends on the kind of relationship you have with the person. That's why I'm saying that I don't know what really happened between the two of them. I'm just going to give her the benefit of the doubt. That's okay. Maybe something really happened
Before she came.
before she decided to leave. You get it? Aha. If nothing happened and you were in a relationship, that you should know that he's quite worried.
So that's why he's
That's
calling.
why he keeps on calling. You get me? Me, if my wife moves somewhere and she says she's traveling or she gets to somewhere, and maybe by, let's say she leaves here around 3 p.m. Let's say by 6 p.m. I'm
still
not
haven't
hearing
heard
anything from
anything.
her. I'll
Obviously,
start
you
calling.
start calling.
Blow your phone.
You get it? I'll start calling. At least I should have that, I've arrived, I'm safe, I'm this. Then I can leave you to do whatever you have to do. I know I'm at peace that you are okay. You get it? And looking at the generation that we are in, why won't I want to know where you are?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. That's
And the way
true.
we are seeing
Because BBC, they'll trace it back to where was the last place she was.
She was.
You get me? So I just think that he was trying to be, you know, very caring and knowing
Know where exactly she
exactly
was.
is. Unless there was a misunderstanding. If there was a
That one, you
misunderstanding,
can say that you are angry, that's why you're deciding not to pick up.
Even if there was a misunderstanding, even if me, I'm angry at you, I'm gonna pick your calls because I do not know what is going on and you are calling me.
Maybe there's an emergency you want to tell me about,
Exactly.
there's an information you want to pass to me.
Exactly. Maybe a JBS or something.
Or
There's
you've
a
heard
huge
something
accident.
in the news and
Yes.
you want to tell me.
So you are making sure I'm okay or something. Even if I won't pick the first time, second, third, fourth, 23.
Because what at all are you doing that 23?
And if you
that
have
is
left,
very strange.
let's say you have left the phone. Why is it called mobile?
Like so that you can transport with it. You can
Exactly.
move with it.
It's mobile for a reason, so she doesn't have an excuse to miss the calls
miss those
23
calls.
times.
Yeah.
Hey, Ra,
After the 10th missed call, then now your man's heart is racing.
Ten.
that's what I'm telling you. I'm saying that for me, it's
going
quite
on?
intentional. It's
Yes.
more like, well,
Agenda 111.
It's my phone. I can choose to pick or not.
I'm okay. I don't want it to have anything to do with Kwame anymore. Something of that sort.
Yeah.
You get it. Let me explore.
Okay. I'm happy you mentioned explore because in her letter to us, she says that it was innocent fun she went to have. At some point, curiosity took the better part of her. She wanted to see everything to the end. At what point does innocent fun and curiosity cross the line into emotional or physical cheating?
You went for a funeral.
That's the funny part. You went to a funeral. All you're expected to do at a funeral, cry, console,
Carry your bag and come back home.
Why are we having innocent fun?
Let's say, okay, after the funeral, everybody is down. You know what? Let's go and cheer ourselves up a bit. That's innocent fun. Because you got to the innocent fun. You met somebody. Spark has started. You will not flee.
You went to bonfire.
A
You're
romantic
putting
setting.
yourself into romantic settings and intimate settings.
You let's say bonfire craft friends are around. They say truth or
That
dare.
bonfire thing, I went for one bonfire, this one, at one of those resorts. You know the way the thing is, it starts off with everybody like kind of like chilling, and then afterward, everybody starts
Has
to pair.
paired up.
Yeah, everybody starts to pair, and then everybody's kind of like whispering with each other. So that bonfire, dangerous
You
bonfire.
let's say the bonfire cries friends. They say truth or dare. You are still,
They are still sitting there. Me, if I come to your party and the moment you say, I believe we are all matured, I'm not a leave. I'm not matured.
I'm a child.
I'm still very young, I beg you. Because the things you have been doing at parties,
In the name of maturity.
truth or dare. Why are we having truth or dares with strangers?
Hey, do no syphilis.
And you know, I feel like that game, truth or dare, has transcended the entire moral guidelines. Like in the past, you know, truth or dare was, oh, who has stolen before? Who has done this before? Who has copied in class before? No, the truth or dare has gone to when there was the last time you somebody. When was the last time you kissed? I dare you to kiss the person sitting. Hello.
I feel my gas.
I beg you. You want to be kissing me there. Let me stand up and be leaving, you know?
Yeah,
So you're saying that she could have been innocently having fun, but the moment she placed herself into settings
situations
and situations, that was where she completely went past the line.
Yeah.
Kojo,
Self-control left her.
As human beings,
Yeah.
we do know right from wrong.
yes.
So my spiritual father will always say that we choose to sin.
Yes. Yes, that is very true.
It's not about falling into sin.
Yes.
There are certain times that
don't know how
may
You make a conscious decision to sin.
Tell me, I don't know how
it's in the
You know.
mind. It starts
You
with the
know.
mind.
You,
so
when you were picking your bag and putting the lingerie inside, you planned it.
exactly. You know what you are anticipating.
Exactly.
And whatever you're anticipating for, in a space of 50% to 100%,
Yeah.
it could quickly escalate to a 90% over the 100%.
Yeah.
It would face you in the face.
Yeah.
You get it. So she clearly knew what she was getting herself into.
Yeah.
And she
You get me?
definitely put herself
And she put
into
herself
that.
into that. So she has no excuse for me, she has no excuse.
She has no excuse.
Because at that moment, if it's truth or dare, and even if they are daring you, why can't you just say, okay, let's go back to truth. Ask me something different.
Or I won't do it.
Or I won't even do it.
Nobody can beat you. That's
Nobody
my
can
own.
hold you.
Grown woman like this, who beats you?
Guys, this story, I was really happy when I read it. And I was also a little bit saddened. And I see that from all of the submissions that we're giving, we're all sharing the same kind of sentiments. So you know what? We're going to take a quick water break, and when we come back, we'll talk some more. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back from that break. Now let's talk about something that we all want: success. Everybody wants it, everybody talks about it. We all aspire to succeed and make a mark in life. We push ourselves to excel, enduring challenges along the way just to be successful. Charlie, when work gets tough, and I bet you it will, you need that extra boost to keep pushing forward. And on those days when you need someone to be there for you, don't go and be like our writer, looking for another person to lay your head on. Cowbell Coffee will be by your side. It's a rich, creamy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste and aroma that will kickstart your day. Whether you're working or just creating memories with friends and loved ones, Cowbell Coffee will be there with you every moment. So no matter where you are at as you chase after those goals, keep Cowbell Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment. So guys, we're going to continue the conversation. Now, when we went on a break, and there was a little bit of conversation going on here, and I hope that same sentiments are shared. Now, Kojo, I'll start with you. Our anonymous writer, after she told her boyfriend that they've lost the spark, she's no longer into it, blah blah blah, she goes off and then she discovers that the person, the same Kelvin that she was going to ditch her, or she had ditched her boyfriend for, is married. Now she's heartbroken. Is this a case of karma or just an unfortunate coincidence?
Unfortunate. Quite very, very unfortunate for her. Wabolos.
Wabolos.
When there's a 6, wabolos.
Now, a lot of people will
2, 6
believe
and
that,
loss.
you know, if you want to secure something, you have to make sure that the thing, it is already secured before you make a move. Now, a classic example would be that, now you hate the job that you do, right? Everybody dreams of when they're leaving the job that they hate, they're able to tell their supervisors what they want.
I don't dream of that.
You know? And now, what people will do is, before you even tell your boss, I quit, you know that you already have a job with you.
Now, one leg is somewhere.
Our writer has told her boyfriend, I quit. Meanwhile, her leg is not on anything.
Yeah, so wabolos.
Wabolos.
Yes.
2 sis
and
loss. So this one, she should just forget about the 2.
She can't go for either of them.
Unless Kwame
wants her back.
If Kwame wants her back,
because I don't think Kwame knows what
No.
What happened over
Right.
there?
No, but
She
he caught
told
her.
Kwame that
Kwame
yes,
caught
he
her.
caught
he
her.
saw the messages.
And then she
Yeah.
told him that
She has lost the spark.
No, she has lost. It's not
If
my
you've lost
fault.
the
She has
spark,
lost spark.
she has lost
was
spark.
going to look for new
Hey,
spark.
sister, she has lost spark.
So if she has lost the spark,
And
why
then go.
did she make? No, if you've lost the spark,
Uh-huh.
at what point did you lose your spark? Is it after 4 years that you're coming to tell
You
me that you've
never
lost
know.
the spark?
See,
Oh, really?
she's lost the spark. Why did she write to us?
Okay, if you've lost the spark, that
Hey, why did you write
No,
to us?
no,
If she's
no.
lost the spark, why
Relax.
have you written to us?
Relax.
Uh-huh.
Let me defend her.
Defend her for what?
Lawyer fee. See, let's look at it like this.
okay.
She has lost the spark.
Mm-hmm.
She found a new spark. She tried to light the fire.
And that fire, there
And
was
she
water
went
on
there.
it.
You say water.
Somebody
She
has-
went there. When she lit the matches, somebody.
Before she went there, the person is blowing air on
Yeah,
it.
quenching
So
been quenched.
that one, they quenched it. She returned, trying to light this fire. But the Almighty Lord
Said,
would think
you can't eat your cake and
and
have
have
it.
it.
Back. Yeah. That's
So
true.
that's what happened.
Kwame Nankasa
But still, she has
or
lost the
back
spark.
pa dear.
So, no, so the
Ono
questions
so
were
dear.
Oh
more.
no! Oh,
But I feel like sometimes
Because
when
we
you
are
love somebody,
a red flag. We are a red flag.
she's like, she's a
So
wavy
that
red
means
flag.
no, relax. So that means if we get married and
And
there's
you-
an
you're-
unfortunate situation, you will leave me the
leave.
same way.
You never
Oh,
know. Maybe marriage is different.
no, this is not about marriage. You can't do this in
Because a lot
relationship.
of people believe that the way you
Relationship,
are acting
you
in
can't
a
even
relationship,
stay.
that's the same way you're going to act in
Oh
marriage.
boy,
Well, yeah, there's that notion too, but you never know.
she's
I
lost
keep
the two of
saying,
them.
You never
She's
know.
lost the two
But
of
I
them.
like to believe it's karma. I like to believe that it is some giant's
Well, it
karma
could be
sent from
karma too.
heaven.
Well, come
Because you don't
Serve
get
you
somebody
what you
that
deserve.
obviously we don't know the details of her relationship, but it seems as if Kwame was in love with her. He was ready to be with her.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, marriage is a huge decision, and they probably might have had that conversation, but he's just taking his time to put money together.
Why do I feel like I'm hearing her in my ears right now saying, say, Kwame was this, Kwame was that, Kwame was this, Kwame was that. That is why I lost the spark, I lost it at a certain point and all that. See, we are all not perfect.
Exactly.
That is why I would have my baggage, you would also have
Your baggage.
Yeah.
We come
If we
together,
come together
and
we
to
try,
lift those baggages
that's it.
together.
That's it. I should be able to help you
So you help
be
me.
come over these
Yeah.
things. You get it. Same way you should be able to help me come over these things. So I mean, well, she's
But
lost it.
me, from what I know, it is men who are born, or somebody said men are made to be polygamous. Now, sister, how
Her
did
own
we get
is,
here?
Is weird. And I feel like the reason why she's even written to us means a small part of her knew that everything that she was doing was wrong.
wrong.
And so now she's kind of in the position where she's clamoring back for Kwame, but she doesn't know how well to do it because she knows that he had already seen the evidences.
Yeah.
So now, this one, if you go back, what are you going to say?
I think
What?
the whole genotype thing too
Yes.
also plays a part.
But now she's also telling us that maybe she should go back to Kwame, apologize, and tell him the result of her test and still say, oh, maybe we can adopt.
Now, if Kwame is smart, he knows that AS is not going to work. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but now she's even also
adopt.
giving...
You are giving me this option of
Yes,
adoption. No, it's not going to
after
work.
cheating on me.
Oh no.
You won't do it.
You are a who that.
There's
No,
so
I
many
say,
things
yeah,
that
you-
will make me not take you back.
Now, saying kita
A lot.
A lot of
AS
stuff.
no campo year one. Bang.
Two, how do you go for a funeral and go and have sex with somebody?
Like
It is
boy.
quite... This is such an unfortunate story and it saddens me. Like, a part of me feels like maybe perhaps she shouldn't have even gone for the funeral. She should have just stayed home.
Oh no, it's a family something. So maybe
Yeah,
you
but
can't
there are
even-
certain family something, when you don't feel too good about it, you just decide
Hey,
not
this
to
one
go.
there, she felt good though. Because if she didn't feel good, she wouldn't have gone.
Good.
She felt good.
Okay,
She
the agenda not the way. So
do you think that perhaps, yeah, like the way you're saying she had an agenda, do you think perhaps she was already bored of the relationship and looking to have fun? And then she
That's
felt
the
like,
point.
because we're in my hometown, I can do it there, and when I come back to Accra, nobody will know.
That's the point. She was looking forward to do whatever she wanted to do without Kwame noting
Knowing.
it.
I think
Yeah.
I think I disagree because
Okay.
sometimes you in your head no make a year. Now, when you got to the funeral grounds, then maybe you meet, let's say, let me just bring it to maybe something I've experienced before. I think I said I was going to watch a movie and come. Now I got there and then I met a friend. And then they're like, you know what? Young kofa zengadem bra. You see a kofa hole. Before we realized it was past 12.
You had sat there for like 4 hours.
Exactly. So maybe that was the situation. She got there, she didn't have that A. But Onakasa, you see, she's already guy So she
like,
and Kasa
a part of her is already open to the possibility of meeting new
fun.
people.
Yeah, maybe her agenda wasn't. Now I'm going to find
Actually,
someone.
let me not stop you there. If your boyfriend came to you and told you that, you know, the relationship has gotten a little stale, I think that we should open the relationship. Everybody should go have fun. Then we'll come back. Would you do it?
Open book.
See, he's the one who told me that men are born polygamous. But I feel like it is self-discipline. But then, men are moved by what they see. Just don't disrespect me with it. Me, I am not created like that. I can stay with you. And then 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. The longest I've dated is 4 years, yes. And I didn't look anywhere. It was only him. But he too, he was looking around. Thing is, men mami do your open thing. Men kofa yarebi amreme. Men mami don't disrespect me with it. Men are moved by what they see. Sometimes we can be walking. I see a girl with ass. I say, look at the girl's ass. Me, I know you watch, so let me encourage you. When you finish watching, now look at mine. If your man is that comfortable with you, honestly, when he goes, he will come back. When he goes, he will definitely come back. Because on himself, afidie, me koka chena. I'm not encouraging cheating.
Yeah.
There's a difference. I'm not encouraging cheating. Don't go and cheat. If you have that self-control, if you can control yourself, control yourself. But then, me, I know men are moved by what they see. They see something nice, they want to get closer to look at it well. They say, that's what they say. They're going to look at it well.
So if you found out too, wouldn't you be hurt?
I will. Of course.
Yeah, but right now
Ladies
you're
are
saying
emotional.
that if
I'll
he
cry.
can go do it because he knows that, I mean, after all, you're there for him, so he could go do it and come back.
Like I said, don't disrespect me with it.
In your time. Kojo, they say men cheat with their brains, women cheat with their emotions. Do you believe that?
Brains in what sense?
So a man could cheat and completely feel bad after it and want his woman. But when women cheat, they're doing it with their soul, body, and spirit so much so that they don't even want you anymore.
Yes, because I think when I'll even base it on sex, for instance. So a man could have sex with a woman and there are no emotions attached. Like and you say, Ibia, I want to be with you.
Yeah, I'm just doing it for the fun.
For the fun of it, you get it. But a woman wouldn't do so. A woman would have to have that affection for you, would have to have that love emotions for you before she actually gives in. You get it. But I think it's more like things have overturned now. So it's like, let's go with the flow.
Let's go with the flow.
You get it. Yeah. So, yes, I feel rightly said. I mean, men are moved by what they see. So whatever they might see that may interest them, they will definitely go in for it. You get it. But she did mention something which I really like. It's self-discipline. You get it. Yeah. It's self-discipline. I mean, we're in church. You get it. Let's just take the church, for example. We're in church. And someone gets up and says, Charlie, be thankful to God that there are certain restrictions that I have come to know or come to believe, because I could do worse than what other people are doing. It's not yes, yeah. Like, it's about self-discipline. It's about restricting yourself. It's about knowing where you are going and how you want people to see
And the kind
you.
of morals you need to carry.
Exactly.
You get it. But for that, I mean, we can all go wayward.
Everybody has free will.
For that, everybody can do whatever they want
whatever
to
they
do.
want
But
to do.
it's about it. Someone asked that, why is it that it gets to a point where you know that, oh, this is a quote-unquote bad boy, but next thing he's getting married. You're shocked. You're like, how is this guy getting married?
Yeah.
You get me? It gets to a point where someone gets up and says, or is kicked up, like, no, I won't go this tangent anymore. I want to be known for this. I want to go this way. I want to go this straight path. You get it? So it's about discipline. Because if you're not disciplined enough, you could go wayward anyway.
Yeah.
You could cross roads.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
And this story is a very interesting story. We actually took it to our court of public opinion. So let's hear the verdict.
The AS will not be good for her because the lady is AS and the guy is also AS, they will definitely produce a sickle cell baby, which will not be good for both of them. It will be like a burden and a liability on them. And secondly, she going to the married man is not advisable because following someone's husband might bring a lot of problem to you. Maybe the woman could come after you. We've heard of news that while some married women have gone after women chasing their husband, pour acid and other things on them. So to me, I'll tell her to go for a new person and start afresh and make sure when she's starting the new relationship, they should go to the hospital, check their genotypes, and both of them to know that, okay, we are good to know before they get into the relationship.
Because if the guy is AS and she's also AS, once they meet up, the kid is going to be AS, you know? SS, something SS, okay? So which is going to be bad for both of them and the kid. So I prefer she finds somebody else. Just forget about the ex and forget about the guy she met and just move on and get somebody else and they could make it work out.
Okay, I suggest she should go. She should still maintain the village champion to avoid long problem for her. Because with this AS issue, it's going to be a lifetime problem for her. So I suggest she should still maintain the village champion.
But he's married.
Yeah, that one there, that's no problem. For her peace of mind, and then for the sake of the child, I think she should still go for the village champion and still be the second wife.
For me, if it is me, I will tell her to just go on her way. She should just ignore both of them and go on to her way. Maybe you might find someone who is a different category altogether, and he can be with that person.
Okay, thank you.
It's better than to waste your time both on a married man and then someone who you cannot give birth with.
Go back to the funeral guy.
But he's married with a child.
She should go back.
And be a second wife.
She should go back. She knows what she saw there. So if not that the guy is married, like she will be there. So she should go back. You should be able to accept your fate.
The AS will not be good for her because
Very interesting opinions from the public, but I feel like they are opinions that we can all kind of like one way or the other relates to. From the lady saying that you can choose to be a second wife or a side chick to the married Kelvin. There's no way you can go back to Kwame. I mean, one of the first speakers said, once there's AS and AS, obviously we can't even get married. He would want to have kids, and nobody wants to have kids that, you know, you want them to suffer when you bring them out. So, that's quite an interesting one. But I also got some comments that I would want to read out. Coded says, you deserve what you're going through now. Kwame needs a better woman, and I hope he finds her. Thinking that I would have been in the same situation really baffles me, and I can boldly say that women are loyal to their feelings and theirs alone. Because how do you end up sleeping with someone you've barely known? Uh, Efo Carlos said, pen no break for here. Tony Lilt says, you do not fully understand what an exclusive relationship or marriage is yet. You allowed yourself to be accessed by another man. Sparks do not happen all year round with your partner. It disappears and come back because we change and grow through marriage. You didn't talk to your partner about how you felt. Well, the harm has already been done. You said hurtful words to your partner and you can't take them back. You need to move on. Kimbutu says, nothing to fix. You laid the bed. Now sleep. So we have another one. Nana Ekia Cutie says, Asembeba Debi. Worst mistake ever. Idrisu says, we read, we don't judge. The girl now says, you can't eat your cake and have it. I feel you're not ready for a relationship. You want to explore, so do that without hurting others. I hope you use protection. Oh, my gender is truly loyal to their feelings. Mace Kwanzi says, boy, let me pass through here and go my way. Simbad says, in Sempi, you hear pet, now your heart start to pain you. Big J says, no guilt, no conscience. Don't advise this one. Please allow her to find the fresh spark. I am Shy Potato says, I feel like asking you to get out of my feed. Hey, they are angry. Caleb says, laughing my ear out. Couldn't said no. Wanted to say yes. So these are some of the comments that we are going through here. His Holy Grace says, this one, dear Kwame felt it, and that's why he was calling you plenty. Leave him alone. Why? AJ says, don't use the genotype to cover your mess. What do some ladies really want in this life? A, WTF. Bra Assem says, you cheated, and to worsen the case, you are not AA. Just go and buy knockouts and look for a new spark. KDZ says, you can be anything in this world, but do not be ungrateful. Wicked creature. Baron Kesi says, whoever you are, make tender Mamiya says, go and be a side chick. I guess that's what you really want to be. Other than that, it wouldn't have ever been an option. Idrisu says, you kiss an unknown person just like that. What if he doesn't brush well and had tooth decay with bacteria everywhere? Hey!
That's what I was saying.
Julie says, don't add to my anger this evening. What is this? Vanessa says, I don't know why some ladies can't control their sexual fantasy. And our last comment, don't worry, just mind your business at this point and you'll be fine. As you can see, Kelvin is happily married and Kwame is over you. No amount of advice will bring you guys back together. Just chop rice, okay?
Wait, was it just a kiss or there was sex involved?
Sex involved, everything.
Okay.
Because they said after they left the truth or their scene, there was a knock on the door in the evening.
Then it was him.
Okay.
And you know, things
one thing led to another.
The other.
And she doesn't know how it happened.
Now, guys, let me just ask, why do you think Kelvin never told her the truth about his marriage? Do men like Kelvin deliberately hide these informations, or our girl was just blinded by the excitement of meeting someone new, so she didn't even bother to ask if he was married or not?
That's a very good question.
Right.
Very, very, very good, because it's dicey. It could have been in the instance where, well, I'm not in a position to talk for married men who are cheating. That I'm not in a position to do so. But I don't know whether, but if you watch the instances of they doing so, you would realize that they absolutely keep it out of the way of whoever the victim is.
Yes, they don't even bring it up in conversation.
Unless,
so when you bring it up,
unless you investigate. But
Yeah.
I think I've witnessed to a story where it was initially stated
Yes.
at the start of it
Somebody
that, hey,
has
I
come
am
to me
married, but
before.
if you're in for it, then that's it.
Yeah, I've
And
had
the person
someone-
was in for it, and it happened.
I've had someone approach me before. Hi, I'm married with two boys. Or say, I'm married with 2 children, 2 strong boys, but I want you. And I say, hey, Papi.
so make your choice whether
Yeah.
you want to do it or
Some
not.
are confident enough to let you know. Some would
Why
also
do
keep
you
it away.
like? I feel like being confident
Yeah.
makes the choice
Yeah,
easier
I feel like those who keep it away,
They are more dangerous.
they they are with their wives, whether you like
Of
it or not.
course, no matter what.
Somebody
Yeah.
said that
Also,
when a
man,
married man
you-
tells you, I'll leave my wife for you, never believe them.
Oh, no, that one. Yeah.
Never believe
Are you
them.
a child?
Because he says it to you and then goes back into the house and cries on his wife's lap.
They play.
And if that wife decides to
Go on her knees
go on
and
her knees
pray.
and pray against you, you are finished. In fact, already you are finished already doing that.
And then she adds
She adds the prayers.
hundreds
Baba.
of prayers on it.
Where Grandpa and Keye.
Whew, Jesus. Now, I think at this point, we've all kind of like made or shared opinions that going back to Kwame might be a little hard. She may not be able to get Kwame again. I mean, there's a possibility that maybe he still loves her, but I don't think that a man that has been with you for 4 years, he sees those information, he would want to,
I think
their
there's
relationship is too
there's
damaged
there's too much baggage for Kwame
for
to handle.
Kwame to
is it?
carry.
No,
Oh, wow.
actually. I think they can still work it out.
They can still work it out, even with the ASAS thing.
That is what the problem might be with.
So I think that's what Kojo meant by the baggage. The baggages are way too much now.
That's the first baggage.
Like there's the AS thing.
You get
Before
it.
they
Secondly,
cheated. For the
is the
cheating,
cheating.
You know,
Third is you don't want me
never
to
know.
whatever
Maybe,
is wrong.
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
were saying that we don't know what she's going through in the relationship with the man.
You see,
you never know. Maybe he
that's
has also
why-
cheated because
yes,
men
that's why
are
I don't want
what
to.
they
That's
see.
why I don't want to blame her
Blame
too
her
much.
too much and
If
also
we could
not-
have known what Kwame
Kwame
had
has
done,
been doing.
or what he's been doing,
That even fueled that
for
loss
what-
of spark.
exactly.
Then we could have spoken.
Then we could have
Yeah.
spoken more.
But we've gotten to my favorite part of the show. Look into
Right
my
now.
eyes. Come on. Yeah. Look into my eyes.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm giving you Sissy Winers.
Actually.
Yes. So, guys, you're going to look directly into your camera and then share a piece of advice for our dear writer. Let's start with you, Afi.
Okay. Let me sit well.
That's
Sweetheart,
right.
look at my face. It was a very, very, what's that word? The decision you made or that action that happened was very, very wrong, very inappropriate, very, like, the words are not even coming. And to be honest, you've disappointed me. I don't know about yourself. Because even if you knew maybe you and Kwame could not work before you went ahead to look for another spark, that's fine. But here lies the case. You cheated on your man, which it's very difficult to find a woman doing. But now you people are conforming to the world, say he has cheated, so me too, I'm cheating. Well, I don't know what happened between you and your man. But forget these two men. You have wronged Kwame in every way. Apologize for your village champion, as our lady said. Forget about him. Somebody's husband. Forget. Go look for your own man. No, wait, first. Heal yourself. Look for your own man and create a good relationship, a healthy relationship, and know that the spark will not be there all the time.
Kojo, let's hear from you.
I think you've done the mistakes. Nobody's perfect. I mean, just take it as a mistake. But then, moving on. For me, forget both of them. I don't think Kwame will take you back. Even if he does, you guys will
There
still
will be a
have,
lot of issues.
yeah,
after.
there'll still be so many issues to tackle. So you are not perfect. Just know that you've committed mistakes. Same ways anybody who was in your shoes would have even done maybe worse. So don't feel too bad of yourself, although you've committed mistakes. We wish you the very best in finding somebody else. And this time around, please take your time to know the person. Take your time to keep on igniting that spark. You know, it's two coming to do the work. So if you realize that one person is not pulling their weight and you keep on doing it and keep on doing it, then you can know that, okay, this is clearly not even going to work, because I mean, one person might not be able to always do it, but if one person is here and one person is here, at least the person who is here should do a little bit of effort. You should see that effort. So if that effort is not there, then you can know clearly that, no, it's not going to work. You get it. So learn from your mistakes, move forward. As for Kelvin, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Kwame too, maybe it might not. But chances of it not working is probably like a 90%. So we should
baby
the very
girl,
best.
in conclusion, heal, ask for forgiveness, and I promise you, there's another man for you. There's a man for everybody. Once you're ready to bear your heart out and yourself out, okay? But this is where we're going to draw down the curtains for today's show. I really hope that we're able to mend this pen to the best of our ability. But before I let you go, let me tell you this. Switch to Telecel Fixed Broadband today and experience incredible bonuses, non-expiry bundles, data transfers across devices, and lots more. New customers get 50% bonus data in addition to other mind-blowing offers, and existing customers receive 300% bonus data on every broadband renewal to keep browsing. To subscribe to Telecel Fixed Broadband for these amazing offers, dial *900# or use the Telecel Play app, or you can visit the Telecel retail outlet or the website www.telecel.com.gh and get connected today. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Telecel, connecting energy. So guys, we've come to the end of today's show, and it wouldn't have been possible without Telecel Ghana, Nax Calabash and Cocktail, Betway and Cowbell Coffee. To our crew backstage, like I always tell you every Thursday, thank you so much for your effort in making this a success. I'll see you same time next week. My name is Rinse Avita. See you.